Thank you, guys. So my name is Matt Molter, and for about 11 years, I was a police officer, and I left that and started a company called Agency 360. Agency 360, what they do is we have a SaaS tool that helps public safety organizations like police departments and 911 centers. We help them track and monitor the onboarding of their new hires. And about 3 years ago, I needed to hire more people. I got so busy that I needed some help. And I screwed it up big time. Big time. And what I'd like to do is share with you guys a few of the lessons I learned and how we use those lessons in hiring our new team. So right now, when I look back at the last 3 years and how I screwed this up, I think of hiring as like this banana peel in the middle of the floor. Have you ever seen like the Three Stooges or cartoon SpongeBob? And somebody drops a banana peel and you just know, it's so predictable. You just know someone's gonna come and step on that banana peel and slip and fall. That's how hiring is. I knew hiring was important, right? I had heard all about how your first hires make or break your company, how A people hire other A people. I listened to the podcast from Rob and Mike and all of their advice, and I still screwed it up. And if you've ever hired the wrong person, I cannot tell you the pain that causes, the nightmares I still have from issues. Not only does it cost you productivity and time and lost revenue, but the stress is crazy. Wrong way. There we go. It's crazy on your family, right? Because I want work and family to kind of intertwine, and it rubs off on them big time. And I should clarify this too. I didn't just screw up hiring my first full-time employee. I didn't screw up hiring my second full-time employee. I screwed up my first 5 full-time employees. I don't even know why I'm still in business anymore. But I learned a lot through this process, and like I said, I'd like to share with you how we changed things and really improved and changed the team. And the first lesson I want to share with you is know what you want from this employee. My first hire was a contractor relationship. And we started to get busy, and I was like, hey, I like how this is working. How about we get together and you come on full time and work with me? And she said, yeah. And what we didn't do is lay out what our job description was. We didn't create that foundation of how this was supposed to work. And it came back to bite us. That kind of started the cracks in our relationship. Day one, the cracks were there, and they just got bigger and bigger and bigger. So now, we put a lot of time into the job description and random Star Wars pictures. It's MicroConf, right? We've got to talk about Star Wars somewhere. So when I think about my job description, I think about, what do you need? What do I need? I need someone that cares about sales more than I do, so that I don't have to worry about it. Right? Culture. What kind of culture am I trying to create? I have a family, and I want to integrate work and life into that. So, will this person fit into that? What kind of culture am I trying to create? And the key with the job description is to be as transparent as possible. Like right in the beginning, we talk about, hey, 60% of your time is, like take a sales manager that we just hired. 60% of your time is going to be working on our inbound leads. It's going to be doing online demos. It's going to be following up with emails. But 30% of your time, we think you should have 30% of your time dedicated towards outbound things. And 10% of your time is going to be random stuff, because that's what we need when we're running a small company like this. And one of the biggest things we added, we're creating a profile here, but one of the biggest things we added that got great response from the candidates themselves was at the end of the job description we put, what does it look like if you did a good job? What does a good job look like? Right? And so many people came up to us and said, we love that. That's, helped them visualize the position and think of themselves in that role and whether they could be successful in that role. So lesson number 1, put the time in the job description. Lesson number 2, don't be desperate. we got into a position where we needed a developer. And we were promising features and deadlines were coming, and we didn't have anybody to do it. And finally, someone came in that was a good coder, but in a small company, we need more than just a good coder, right? We need someone who can manage the project, who knows about architecture, front end, UI, UX kind of stuff. And we brought this person in, and I mean, it cost us a year. It took us another 6 months to fix all the problems afterwards. So this is real pain here. So now we take our time. Our goal is to get 3 to 5 candidates. We want it to be a hard decision who we hire, right? So we're going to promote and take as long as we need to find the right people. And if we're looking for a sales manager in our example here that we just hired, where do sales managers reside? Well, LinkedIn. Most of them are on LinkedIn. So we we approach this with an inbound and an outbound campaign. So we put it in the inbound, put the LinkedIn ad out there, get that going. We tell our friends. We have our coworkers tell their friends. We tell our family. We tell our customers that we're hiring. Get that generating. And also do an outbound campaign. And that's where I'm looking, hey, what jobs near me have people doing a similar position that I think could bring their experience over? And I just reach out to them cold. Hey, we're looking to grow. Are you still happy where you're at? Let's chat. Both processes, the kind of the inbound, reaching out to all your friends, family, and the outbound have delivered great candidates to us. So the key lesson, and after you collect all of that, you need to track it all. Again, if you use LinkedIn, they've got a nice little manager tool. But if you use Google Spreadsheet, that's fine. One power tip, don't create this complex matrix of how you're evaluating people. Keep it simple. They either meet your standards or they don't. So take your time. Be patient. The third big lesson, so we hired somebody for a marketing position, and we did a great job description. We were patient. We had a ton of great candidates. They thought they could do the job. They came from a big company. They thought, oh, doing this at a small company, that's going to be easy compared to where I came from. And that's not true. We didn't test their skills for ourselves. So now we always run them through tests to make sure they can do what we want them to do on a daily basis. Right? And we frame it very nicely. So we'd like you to come in for a longer interview so that you can learn what a day in the life is like. Because these are the things you're going to be doing every day. And we can see your skills. And we've got 3 exercises we're going to put you through. So in the case of the sales manager, we had our 3 exercises was follow up to an inbound lead. Someone filled out our schedule a demo, call them, right? Our second one was present an online demo. Present a website or a feature of a website you know. Right? And the third is come up with a cold campaign. How would you approach our customers? And this was so insightful. The cream of the crop really rises in this situation. So in our inbound lead, for example, or in that exercise, we'd literally leave the room and we'd give them the instructions. Like, hey, we're going to do this inbound lead. When you're ready, we're not trying to pressure them. When you're ready, call, and we're going to mock through it. And you learn so much right in the beginning. First question, do you have any questions before we start? If they really care about sales, they'll say something like, yeah, what's the next step in the lead process? What stage are we trying to get them to? What's the common objections that you receive? We go through the scenario, talk to them, and it doesn't matter what their answers are in the scenario, but I'm asking myself, what's their tone? Is this something our customers are going to relate to? Is this someone they'll be able to connect with? And then at the end, we all get together, and the first question is, how do you think you did? Did they, and they'll go on, they'll say, oh, I think I did this well, or I didn't do this well. And it's such power and insight in learning that. A good salesperson might say something like, oh, I did this real well, but I really screwed up this, and I was so nervous. And the whole time you're thinking, well, I didn't sense they were nervous. If that's how they were when they're nervous, that's awesome. Right? There's really a lot to learn there. So those are the 3 lessons. Get the foundation right. Be patient as you wait for your candidates, and test their skills. It's made a huge difference for us. I feel like I'm not stepping on the banana peel anymore and falling on my butt. But I love talking about this topic. There's so much more to share. I'll be happy to share with you our job descriptions, our emails, everything. Reach out to me, matt@agency360.com, or we'll be around the conference the rest of the day and early tomorrow. But thank you guys so much, and best of luck scaling your companies and growing your teams.